Audio Jungle. Work on new Troy Bridge to start next week. The long-awaited work to replace the collapsed Troy Bridge connecting northwest Manchester and southern Trelawney is expected to commence next week. The announcement was made in a statement by the National Works Agency on Thursday. Since the Troy Bridge collapsed in August 2021, school children and other residents had been using makeshift methods including a fallen tree and a zip line comprising a rope and a bucket to cross the river. The risky makeshift footbridge connects residents in the neighboring community of Courage Park in northwest Manchester to Trelawney in southern Trelawney. Since the bridge collapsed, residents had to use a 15-mile alternative commuter for safety. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation Robert Morgan says that Cabinet having signed off on a $231 million contract, the work is to begin. He says the National Works Agency NWA recently received the contractor's ban and insurance, and this has paved the way for the commencement of the work, the statement said from the NWA. The project is expected to last for 12 months and will see the demolition of the old structure, the erection of a new triple cell box culvert on pile, as well as river training activities. A temporary detour is also to be constructed in order to facilitate the many pedestrians who now seek to cross Hector's River. These pedestrians include students from the nearby Troy High School. Man chops woman in face with machete. A man was halted before the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday for allegedly chopping a woman in her face after she refused to comply with his request for oral sex. Charged with unlawful wounding, Gavin Graham appeared before the presiding judge, Fairclough Hilton. According to court documents, the incident took place about 2:30 a.m. on June 15. The allegations are that the complainant was in the vicinity of a gas station in St. James speaking with a male acquaintance when she was unexpectedly approached by two men. It is alleged that one of the men held onto her and demanded oral sex. When she refused, he escalated the situation by wielding a machete and chopping her in the face. The matter was reported to the police, and after their investigations, Graham was arrested and charged. His bail was extended until September 4, when the case will again be heard. Man who locked himself inside supermarket and then stole money charged. The police have charged a man who locked himself inside a bathroom in a supermarket on Constant Spring Road, St. Andrew, and was caught while attempting to flee with stolen money. He is 26-year-old Siobhan Davis of White Lane, St. Andrew, who has been charged with housebreaking, larceny, and malicious destruction of property. His court date is being finalized. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 1:30 a.m. on Friday, July 12, Davis hid in the bathroom while the employees locked the establishment. Davis reportedly then smashed the window to a room where cash was kept and removed several bags of coins. While inside, he also allegedly destroyed several CCTV cameras. The police say while attempting to leave through a window that he smashed, Davis was held by a security guard. The bags of coins were recovered and the police were summoned. He was later arrested and charged. Careless but not criminal. A woman whose 13-year-old daughter spent time with a man in another parish before the police intervened during a traffic stop has been found not guilty of cruelty to a child. Presiding Judge Fairclough Hilton delivered the verdict on Thursday following a two-witness trial that began on May 20. The child and the investigating officer both took the stand. The woman, whose name is being withheld to protect the identity of her child, was charged with willfully exposing her daughter in a manner likely to cause her unnecessary suffering, contrary to Section 9(1) of the Child Care and Protection Act. The prosecution had argued that the woman intentionally neglected and abandoned her teen daughter by allowing her to live with a man who had no familial or social ties to them. However, Fairclough Hilton stressed that while a responsible mother would never act in that way, it does not constitute the criminal offense of neglecting one's own child. After the prosecution presented their arguments, defense lawyer Jermaine Campbell made a no-case submission, asserting that the Crown had failed to prove willful negligence. Fairclough Hilton saw merit in the defense's argument. In her ruling on Thursday, she appeared to suggest that the woman's parenting left a lot to be desired but stated that mere carelessness does not constitute intentional neglect. The prosecution has not satisfied that aspect of showing that you willfully neglected your daughter. Much more would have been desired in the terms of good parenting, but I am bound by the law, and the law requires that the prosecution provides that aspect. The prosecution has failed to prove that aspect, and the verdict of the court for cruelty to a child is not guilty, the judge informed the defendant before discharging her. According to court testimony, the woman provided pocket money and allowed her daughter to leave St. James to attend Grand Market, an event in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland, with a 19-year-old male friend on December 23, 2023. She was due to return home on December 25th. During her time on stand, the girl said she met the 19-year-old through her ex-boyfriend on social media, and they had first face-to-face meeting in April. Her mother also met him then, she said. The girl stayed at the 19-year-old's house until December 25th. The court was told that on the day, she was in contact with another man who took her to his house and had sexual relations with her. Sex with a minor is illegal. The following day, he gave her a morning after pill, a contraceptive. On December 26, the girl was returning to Montego Bay with the man and one of his friends when they were stopped by police and taken to the Savannah Mar police station, where they were all questioned. The teen's mother was subsequently charged. 3 hospitals still struggling post-Hurricane Beryl. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton announced that 23 of the 26 hospitals in Jamaica are back to normal operations after facing the impact of Hurricane Beryl, but noted that there is still work to be done towards restoration efforts for the Black River, Noel Homes and Falmouth hospitals. Speaking at a press conference held at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Tufton said that these 3 hospitals are still currently in emergency mode due to the severe impact of Hurricane Beryl had on their facilities and operational services, including inadequate water supply. The National Water Commission is providing water and they have been cooperative. Where they have an issue is with electricity generation, which requires the pump to pump the water. But in fairness, where we have the issue, trucking normally takes place, but it's sometimes not as predictable to plan on trucking of water to take on certain services, he explained. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Bryan, said that the Falmouth Hospital will be back to full operation within the next 2 weeks, as work is in progress to fix damages to the hospital's operating theater's roof. He explained that for Black River Hospital, the main issue affecting operations is the lack of access to electricity. The hospital requires a support system, electricity and water, and in the Black River Hospital there are issues in terms of electricity that does not allow us to have full operation. So when we talk about emergency mode, it's just that we are not able to provide elective surgeries, for example, and we have to do just that for the emergency operations, Bryan stated. In the meantime, Tufton said that efforts have been made to relocate operations of most severe affected health centers to continue to provide healthcare services despite the damage to infrastructure. We have made efforts to relocate where we can operate within the same facility, so health centers like Southfield in St. Elizabeth and Newell in Southwest, we have found alternative locations. So what we will be doing is to communicate with persons in those communities on the ground so that they know where the service is while we deal with the immediate repairs, Tufton noted. Additionally, he announced that with the Cabinet's approval, approximately $1.7 billion will be committed to the first phase of the 3-phase plan to bring all health facilities back into full operation within 6 months. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.